Hello, I'm Mathilde Schwartz and I'm a PhD in the French National Research and Safety Institute in the Working Life department. So today I will present a study on the influence of the characteristic of active back support exoskeleton on muscle activity during a lifting task. First of all, the use of occupational exoskeleton to assist the back has become increasingly common in the recent years in the company, and to help their employers to perform tasks can induce musculoskeletal disorders. Previous studies which analyzed these systems have observed their use can reduce muscular effort in assisted muscle, in this case, the trunk and hip extensor muscle. However, this effect seems to depend on many factors. The first seems to be the exoskeleton used. In this review, Kemavner and al. Observed that the technology could induce difference, with an average of EMG reduction of 25% of erector spinae with active systems and only 18% with passive systems during a dynamic task. This difference could be explained firstly by the level of assistance, which could be different with a greater higher level of assistance for active systems. And some studies have highlighted that a greater level of assistance can lead to a greater EMG reduction in assisted muscle. So active system with motor could therefore be more beneficial due to their power. Other studies have shown that exoskeleton design, such as structure, support point, or a number of joints, can have a different effect on assisted muscle. So the characteristic of exoskeletons used, both in their design and their level of assistance, can would seem to influence their effect on assisted muscle. Another factor can influencing the effect of exoskeleton is the task performed, and more precisely the characteristic of this task. In fact, it has been observed that depending on the load carrying or the phase of movement, the angle of trunk could influence the decrease observed in the previous study. However, this effect seems to be induced by passive systems, which have a variable level of assistance during the movement and could therefore only assist in the specific phase of movement. The benefits provided by the passive system could be limited to the restricted movement and specific angular range, but could also be modulated by the load carried and in relation to the exoskeleton design characteristics. So the effect of exoskeleton, and in particular the reduction in the muscular activity of the assisted muscle required for the task, seem to be influenced by not only the characteristic of exoskeleton used, but also with assistance, and also the characteristic of the task. For active exoskeletons, these systems are a recent development and will have a little information on the influence of this factor and their effect. In particular, the impact of the motor and their setting. Consequently, the aim of this study was to evaluate the muscular activity of two active exoskeletons, with different design and with different assistance setting, and various tasks, donc different loads and different phases of movement. To do this, we assess mean muscle activity of erector spinae and biceps femoris of 50 males who perform a dynamic task involving a trunk flexion and extension in the sagittal plane. This task was carried with 5 and 50 kilograms. And for this presentation, only the trunk extension was assessed and divided in two phases, two successive phases, P1 and P2. This task was carried without equipment, so the control condition, and with two active exoskeletons who have different design characteristics, like the mass, 8 versus 11 kilograms, or the number of joints represented by the white circle on the picture. And for this study, we evaluate two levels of assistance. Lower level of assistance set to 24 Newton meter torque and will be arched in the result. And the high assistance set to 72 Newton meter. For the result, we will represent the average muscle activity of erector spinae and biceps femoris for P1 and P2, and for the load 5 and 50 kilograms. In blue, it's the control condition, so without equipment. In the green on the graph, it's exoskeleton 1. In yellow, the exoskeleton 2. And the hatched area represents the low assistance. So first of all, your analysis show that an average for active exoskeleton reduces the activity of the various muscle studies over the whole movement compared without equipment. This demonstrates the benefits of using exoskeleton to reduce muscular demand for this task. Now, if you look at the difference between the two active exoskeletons when the level of assistance was adapted to the load carried. So this means the low assistance when I carried 5 kilograms and a high assistance when I carried 15 kilograms. We can see that the reduction was greater over the wall with EXO 1 than with EXO 2. And this result can be explained by maybe by the different design between exoskeletons. The exoskeleton 1 mass is 18 kilograms, while EXO 2 mass is 11 kilograms. This means that a total weight for EXO 1 is lower. Donc, total weight is weight of exoskeleton, the load carried, and the trunk weight. And this exoskeleton inducing a greater reduction for a similar level of assistance. The level of assistance should be adapted not only a load carried, but also the total weight mobilized on this task. But the number joint can be explained this result. Which more anthropometric joint, the exoskeleton 1 have two joints, one on hip and one on low back, and it could be probably that this exoskeleton adapt more finely to the user natural movement, and this transmits its assistance more optimally. However, when using heavy load, 15 kilograms. In P1, exoskeleton 1 was not different of exoskeleton 2. But in the second phase, the difference remained in between the exoskeletons. The lack of difference of P1 may be explained by the initiation of phase of extension trunk movement. Could it be then that the EXO1 assistance control load for the movement initiation were not adequate with the movement? This phenomenon is called hysteresis and also already observed with passive systems. The hysteresis, it's a delay between the execution of the movement and the delivery of the assistant torque. So it's possible that for EXO1, the initiation of phase, the torque was not developed enough in the first phase of movement. But in this study, we don't evaluate the control load of assistance, so we need to continue a study on this control for understand more. And now, if you look the effect of level of assistance seating. As remember, on the graph, the hatch area represents the low assistance level on the graph. When you carried a light load, we can see that the high assistance level reduces the activity of the trunk extension muscle to greater than a low torque for the same exoskeletons. But when you carrying a heavy load, except for EXO1, the two levels of assistance produce identical benefits. This can be explained by the level of assistance, where the EXO1 may have reached its limits, because the high assistance level, 72 Newton meter, corresponding to the maximum power of these exoskeletons. So it may be have devalued the acceptance assistance. What's more, the poly-articulated nature of EXO1 with two joints could lead to a loss of energy in the transmission between the joints. As a result, the EXO1 is not longer as effective at reducing muscle activity at the high assistance level as at a low assistance level during a high stress task. To conclude, active exoskeleton reduce the average EMG muscle activity, but this depends on the level of assistance and the design of exoskeletons. It should also be remembered that a greater level of assistance doesn't always mean a greater reduction in EMG. The key message is that exoskeletons make it possible to reduce muscular activity, whatever the phase of movement performed, even with a low level of assistance. And this study points out that assistance control load may have a role to play in the consequence of these systems. However, it's necessary to evaluate influence on the control load and their setting. This is because the information provided to user by manufacturer is unclear and about the impact and may have exoskeleton. So thank you for your attention.